hope I don't need my glasses. I printed it on big font. All right. So first, anyway, Singers Band, I'd love to thank everybody for coming. I'd like to thank all the grandparents who are here. My mom's here, and my wife's mother's here too, Grandma, and over here. And we have a few other relatives. My brother was on the music today. Thanks. A big hand for my brother. And I'd like to thank Uncle Bob. Where's Uncle Bob? Did a great job today. It was his first time doing something like that. Yeah, I think he did a wonderful job. You know, there's a song on the radio. I know Keith doesn't like country music, but it says, life isn't the breath you take, but it's the things that take your breath away. And today, we all, I think, have had our breath taken away by this wonderful day we've had. Okay, so anyway, a few things about Lizzie. Lizzie's had her few little BFFs here today. For the older company, that's her best friend forever's BFFs. These kids have hung around since kindergarten together. I remember when each one of those had sleepovers at all their houses, and now they're all grown up and wonderful young ladies. And to give that bridal party a round of applause there. Wonderful job. Nobody tripped. And of course Colleen, who didn't grow up with Lizzie, but she was there too. They look beautiful. I was with them at the hairdressers today. I've got lots of pictures. And usually you don't get to see the kids all dressed up, and I think it's great. And you know, we were talking about Lizzie and how she always gives 100% to everything she does. And even when she was a little kid, we had the basketball net, and she had to work on that until she got that right. But it's nice to know she can do something right the first time. And with a guy like Keith, he's been a great kid, and good hand for Keith right now. I'd like to welcome him into the family. Met Keith's mother for maybe, I think, about the third or fourth time this weekend, and I met his father finally today, and some of the rest of his family, and it was nice to see everybody here that could come. There's lots of words of advice. We heard from Cassie. Was it Cassie or Jamie said, don't go to bed mad or angry? That's right, don't go to bed. Stay up and fight. That's what my wife and I do. We've only been married for 30 years, on the 6th of this month. So. All right, nothing to clap at really, but anyway. All right. I don't want to say things twice here. I remember when Liz used to play the clarinet with Cassie. I think there were some pictures on that here. And she's very musical, and you saw the way we had a nice dance today, so you know that she's got the music in her. She likes to play music, only she likes country music, and Keith likes all the other music too. Anyway, all right, so. Yeah, first time I met Keith, Byron was onto that, and my son Ben, he was saying how we used to have a few people over at the Easter gathering at our house. There used to be, I would say, I think at one time 25 or 30, 28 kids, something like that. So the place was pretty full. And one time my daughter said everybody could use the hot tub. So that was something, you know, 30 kids jumping in and out of the hot tub. And it cost me a bit of money to replace the hot tub again. But it was well worth it, because pretty well every time the kids came, Keith came along with the rest of the clan from up around Ottawa. And Keith was always sitting there nice and quiet, out of the way, very polite. And I think he was one of the nicer kids that showed up. That's Keith right there?
You don't know him, you're in the wrong wedding.
Next page. I think was alluded to a little bit today on marriage isn't what you can get out of it, but it's like a bank account. What you put into it is what you get out of it. So, and with interest. So you invest in your family because my wife and I, you might say we're oldie-weds, and you're now newlyweds. But oldie-weds are the reason why families work. So one day, after 30 years, hopefully we can all be at another gathering of one of your, or my grandchildren. Yeah, Byron, that's catchy. Okay. I got here, you know, you Google things, right, nowadays, right? There was a lot of stuff on Google I didn't want to repeat, but, you know, marriage is like good wine, it gets better with age. I thought I liked that one, it was a good one. But, you know, sometimes it gets kind of quirky. Quirky, is that the right word? Okay. In the early years, you'll fight because you don't understand each other. And you'll fight. No, don't worry about it. You won't be always just like today. You know, but in the latter years, you fight because you do understand each other. So it'll just, you know, it's not always baklava. Do you have any baklava tonight? Anyways, you guys are the best. I just want to wish you all the love and happiness, and I'm always around when you need me. I think it was Cassie. No, Cassie who said, "We know where you live." Well, I got the keys. I know where you live too. And most of the time, my daughters come home with boys. Lots of different, not lots, but you know, always there's been a few dark on our doorstep over the years, and even some of them are here. Maybe somebody knows that story, but I won't tell it. Anyway. So, well, it may not be for this. It may be for another girl that's here too that's also my daughter. All right, so, but anyways, you know, we're looking at a new life together, and we wish you all the best. And all the boys that I was going to say that come over to the house, there are some that have come over and say, I don't want to meet this guy in the driveway there, working on that old truck and cleaning his shotgun. You know, there's been guys that didn't want to come up the driveway because of the father. But I'm not that kind of guy. I'm a puppy dog, right? Just ask my wife. Anyway, I was glad to see Keith when he even brought his brother here, and Shane, and met the rest of the family. And our house is the house of the open door. When you want to come, feel free. And I wish you all the best, and have a good time on your honeymoon. You leave on Sunday, and that's about it. I wish I had a glass too, Byron. I'd say toast to the lovely, happy couple.